Help! Help me! Help me, please!
If you want to help yourself, be yourself, and grow, then look no further, because you're here. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hi, this is the FMQ from Personal Development Unplugged. And if you're new to this, your first time of listening, hey, welcome. Glad you're here. The FMQ is called a 5-minute quickie, where 5 minutes of advice for personal development to help you think maybe a little deeper and give you a few tips of just doing what you do best, which is you. And then, obviously, if you like longer issues to think about, longer podcasts, I have the general ones, and they're about 20 minutes long. So enjoy, and yeah, just be here, because it's my pleasure, and hopefully it'll be yours too. Personal development, unplugged. In knowledge, there is power. I think that's what they say, isn't it? In knowledge, there's power. Now, is that right? I must admit, I guess if you've got a lot of knowledge, you should have a lot of power because you know more than other people. Well, think about it. It's BS, isn't it? Okay, you can have power by different means, but obviously having knowledge does help you have power, but I'm thinking more of not power over other people, but also I'm thinking about power over ourselves. So I've been thinking about this. I've got loads of books. I listen to loads of podcasts. I'm on the internet looking at various things. I listen to other people. Got some DVDs of various things going on about different therapies and learning lots and lots of stuff. And even some of those books I've got, I know I've read most of them, but there's still one or two that I've bought and I haven't read. They seemed the right thing to do at the time, and I know inside those books there's some real good stuff. And I know inside the books I've read there is some really good stuff. And therefore, I must have a lot of knowledge. Well, maybe. But the thing is, just because you read doesn't mean you retain. And if you want to retain that knowledge, you've got to read, you've got to make notes, and you've got to reread it and keep applying it into your brain, and allow those neurological pathways to actually start making a real pathway, get those synaptic gaps to start firing over and over again with this new knowledge, so this knowledge beds in. Because then, when you have all of those neurological pathways really working, and you've got all that information, and you've made notes, and you've revised it, and you've looked at it, you've got all that power. Sorry to say, people, you haven't at all. Because I don't do that, but I should. If there is such a thing that you should do, I think we ought to do more of it anyway. More reading, more looking at, more learning, and revising those learnings, and revisiting those learnings so they really become totally embedded in us, so that we can access those learnings really easily. So, they're not forgotten, they're always there, we can access them, bring them to mind, and here's the thing, use them. Because there's no power in knowledge if you don't act and you don't use that knowledge. I know a lot of people in the, I experienced a lot of people in the NLP world when I was training who knew everything. They read everything and they could talk about everything. But could they do it? Could they put it into action? No, they couldn't. Some of them could. Some of them were absolutely bloody brilliant. They knew it and could do it. There were some people who were so brilliant they didn't know as much as those other people. But what they did know, they used to their best ability, and they were fantastic. And it was because they started acting upon that knowledge, things just seemed to happen. They seemed to learn more. They seemed to be able to pick things up quicker. So if you did discuss something, man, it went in, it created those pathways, and they were using it there and then. And it's awesome. So modeling people suddenly became a thing that you could do, model a skill and then use it. There's no point in just understanding, I know how you do that, but you don't if you can't replicate it. or if you can't do it to your best ability. Maybe you haven't got the physical prowess, the muscles to do things, but you could do that skill to your best ability and do it a lot better than you could before you modelled them. So I just wanted to have a little I guess this is, if I'm really honest, and I am really honest, this is a poke at me, because I want to do more. I want to do so much more. And I know I have the knowledge to do it, so I need to put that into action, and I need and want to learn so much more so I can have more things that I can do to share, to teach. So this is aimed at me, but I think when maybe the cap fits so much more than it does on my head. You know, it fits my head perfectly. But maybe the cap just sort of fits a little bit snugly on your head. I don't know. But again, these are just things to think about. You know, I've seen so many people keep buying books and books and books, and I applaud you for buying books and books, but please read them. Take time out, read them. Make notes in the bloody things. Excuse me swearing. I used to hate that one time. Fancy. I used to think, someone's written in that book. That is sacrosanct. You can't do that. And then I thought, well, how else do you make a note? In the book. So when you read it, bam, it jumps out at you. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to remember. They're the things when you set your intention when you're reading a book. I want to learn about so-and-so. And you see it, underline the thing, highlight it, bend the page over. That's what books are for. They're for using. And then get your notebook, maybe Jenny Journal, make a few notes in that so you can revisit that too. Oh, I think I went off on one there. Oh dear, we're going to have fun, aren't we? We are going to have fun. I'm going to learn so much more and put it into action for myself and for you. Okay, so come along on my adventure. Yeah? See you soon. Bye.
And just before you go, I just wanted to say thank you for listening, but also, wouldn't it be nice if you had a friend that if they knew that you weren't feeling quite yourself, they recommended something like this if they felt it was something good for you. So if you have a friend that you feel could benefit from any of my podcasts here, please do share. Share with everyone you can think of. That would be really nice, really nice. And if you like, you can go to iTunes and you can subscribe. There's a subscribe bit there, and you'll get these podcasts come onto your device as and when they come along. I'm doing about 2 episodes a week now, so you can have the 5-minute quickie and the longer podcast for a little bit more in-depth work. So please do that. And if you're feeling so kind, if you could put a lovely review in where it says review, because that's where reviews go. I said I'll make it so simple, and in simplicity there's genius. Yeah, please do. If you want to find out what I do, the other things I do, you can go to paulclough.co.uk. That's my website. And if you want to ask me a question, please email me, paul@paulclough.co.uk. Love to hear from you. We've got lots of things to do, and I just want to support you in creating your reality. Okay? So enjoy, have more happiness than you can stand, and shine so brightly and create that reality you love. Okay, now. Bye-bye now. Personal development, unplugged.